Hello everyone, my name is Milosevic. Yes, my first name is in my last name. You can thank my parents for that great decision. If you guys want to have some fun, try ordering food over the phone with my name. It'll take about 30 minutes minimum. But so I came to the United States from Serbia when I was 11 years old. And from that point, it's your very typical and common immigrant story. Extremely hardworking parents trying to do anything possible to create a path for me, in which they did, and I'll always be thankful for that. But as somebody mentioned before, there's the culture barrier, there's the new language, so all the things that they had to go through, I'll always appreciate that. So to move forward a little bit, after high school, I started going to school for international business, and right around that time, there was this brand new sports complex that opened up in my area. And so I had an opportunity to help out there and work part-time, which I did, and I loved it, right? So a little after that, I met with the managers and the owners, and I said, hey, max out my schedule completely. Give me every hour possible. And they did. So not much longer after that, they offered me a full-time position. So I was ecstatic about that. I was a 19-year-old with a salary, and that was all great. So I ended up being there for 6 years. And I learned so much from the early stage startup, learned many things about business. And the one thing, but going into my 6th year, and I have to mention, that job really kind of kickstarted everything for me. And I was able to buy my first car and get a house and get married. And going into my 6th year being there, after having everything and being in that comfort zone, I drastically started to lose passion for what I was doing. And I try to be as self-aware as possible. What reasons could I choose to leave this place and try something on my own? So, one thing was purpose, right? I needed more purpose. I wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to create something that benefits more people, for my creation. And 2 is just a strong desire for innovation, as many of you here. Constantly wrote down concepts and ideas in many different notebooks and laptops, and every time I would see my parents or family members or close friends, I would always try to pitch something or try to get their feedback. And then I thought about it, am I always going to be this guy that's constantly having a long list of ideas but never doing anything because I have this job holding me back? And the third thing, just a strong desire of being in control of my own time. I couldn't stand the fact that somebody else could control my schedule or decide what I'm going to do next. So again, I ended up deciding to leave, which was a little hard. Obviously, I spent a lot of time and efforts in the company, had great relationships, but I did, and it was the greatest decision I've made so far. And just want to touch up on why there's 51% of startup founders in the United States that are immigrants. And from my insight and from my perspective, I think I somehow have a reason why, growing up in a different country, people are constantly looking for new ideas. How can they make a living? Because the economy fluctuates a lot, and when in a smaller country the economy goes down, it's a lot harder to pick it up. So people are constantly looking for, what can they flip? What project can they create to make some money out of it, or whether it's a long-term business they want to go after. So they're constantly looking for new opportunities. So when they move to the United States, that mentality, that mindset is still there, is just as strong. And only here, all those opportunities, there's much more green light to go ahead and do it. And there's much more people, there's many more opportunities. So I strongly believe that's one of the reasons why there's a high percentage of immigrants launching startups across the United States. And just to touch back, it's been about 4 or 5 months since I left my job. I'm a few weeks away of launching my construction technology platform called LaborLink, which is very exciting. But no matter what happens in my future opportunities or my next ventures, the one thing that I'm 100% convinced in is if you're even slightly miserable at what you're doing, there is unlimited opportunity for you to go after what you desire.